Welcome to our show. Today, we're going to make quiche Loraine. My name is Chef David, and this is Chef. This is a patent pan pie crust. First, we'll start at, and this is going to make a 9-inch pie shell. We're going to start with 200 grams of all-purpose flour. We have 18 grams of sugar, 6 grams of fine sea salt, vegetable oil, this is 120 ml or half a cup, and 45 ml of cold milk. That's 3 tablespoons. To make this, simply make a little well, pour in the dry ingredients around, mix it well, and form it back into a mound. Then, in the well, pour the oil, and the milk. Then, simply start incorporating it all together. You could use a fork. This is called patent pan because everything happens in the same pan. This makes it so that there's no cleanup, and it's just no rolling, it's just very easy. This is perfect for quiche and for berry pies that don't need a top, or maybe need a streusel or something like that. Okay, as the oil begins to absorb into the flour, you'll start making a dough. You'll notice that it's going to be very crumbly, and that's the whole idea. As it starts to come together, start just pressing. Then, after it's all together, you can see it has now come together. Start by taking some dough and just pressing it up onto your edges. Work the pan around. Remember, people won't be able to see what it looks like on the inside, only what it looks like on the outside. Then, go back around, finish the top. And then finally, pat in the bottom, making sure that you don't have too much crust around this outside. Now you can blind bake this. If you were making a fruit pie, you would want to blind bake it, but if you're making a quiche, there's no need. And that makes this a little bit nicer. And that is your patent pan pie crust. For the quiche Loraine, we have 5 eggs. We're going to scramble those. We have 295 ounces, or 295 ml of heavy cream. That's 10 ounces. That can go right in with the eggs. 2.5 grams or a half a teaspoon of garlic powder, and that also can go right in with the wet ingredients. Two and a half grams of sea salt. This is very fine. That also can go right in. And then just whisk this whole combination together until everything's nice and combined. Only takes about 5 seconds. Then we have a 9-inch pie shell. This is a patent pan that we showed you before. You can also use an already frozen prepared pie shell. No need to pre-bake it, but you do need to dock it, so just use the tines of a fork and go in and just puncture. And what this does is keeps the crust from bubbling up and making a big bubble in the middle of your quiche while it's baking. That's plenty. Now, for assembly, we've got cheese. This is Gruyere. It's 450 grams or 2 cups. We also have turkey bacon that's been already browned. This turkey bacon is 1 cup or 85 grams. To start with, put a layer of cheese down, then a layer of bacon, another layer of cheese, and push it down hard to make sure that all the gaps are filled. And finally, the rest of the bacon. While you're doing this, you should be preheating your oven. If you have a convection oven, it needs to be set at 176 degrees. That's 350 degrees up. If it's a just regular conventional oven, bump that up a few degrees to 400F or about 185. And finally, then put the remainder of your cheese, again pressing down hard, fill in all those gaps. However, try not to have any cheese sitting on the edge of the shell because that will just make it not look nice when it comes out of the oven. And take your pie, put it into your tray. The only reason to put this on here is because sometimes things will overflow and it just keeps it from making a mess in your oven. Then slowly pour the custard mixture all the way over the top. Try to do it kind of evenly. Keep in mind that after this bakes, it'll shrink down. You can see it's important just to take your time. Filled all the way up. If you have any that's spilled over, just wipe it with a paper towel so that it doesn't burn. And then that can go right straight into the oven. After your quiche comes out of the oven, allow it to sit on the counter until it becomes cool. Then refrigerate it overnight, and in the morning, you'll have a beautiful quiche that looks just like this. In order to cut, use a serrated knife. Take your serrated knife and draw it through the crust. For exactly the same size that you're looking for. Usually these are sold in sixths, or one pie makes 6 pieces. And you have a beautiful quiche. Ready for serving. This is normally served with either a small salad, or sometimes it's served with some fruit. As you can see, it's nice and creamy. This is sometimes reheated. It just depends on the customer. Some people like it cold, some people like it warm. My name is Chef David. This has been Show Me Chef for 74 Labs.